it's interesting to see this. I mean, look, I mean, we've been saying that the S&P is not the real market, and you actually see now these guys are pulling back. Are they passing there? You can't really take too much away from a one-day move because it's just so short term. But this is a very interesting thing to see. This is very interesting. I'm watching these large caps. They're the last ones to get smacked around. You can see NVIDIA, the darling. Wow. Anyway, that is interesting. That is very interesting. That's the story of the,
of the webinar.
At least the webinar, but could be the story of the, the second half of the year. I mean, you've got, it's built this nice base. I actually commented on JC Parrott's put out a post, All-Star Charts, or, JC put out a post, something about, everybody's saying how, I didn't comment. I replied because I don't even know if there's an email that I don't even know if he would see it. I doubt he would, but I just couldn't resist. So he was saying like, well, everyone's saying that the market's only pushed up by large caps, but what if small caps break out? He said, what if they break out? And I included a little snarky reply. I was like, yeah, I don't think so, Poppy. And then today, boom, look at this. It looks like it really wants to. And look at the volume behind it. It's only 11 o'clock. It's only 11 o'clock, Bill. And look at the volume. This, this looks like it wants to break out. Look at that.
Yep.
Look at
and we've been saying now for how many times have we said, we're just not seeing the soldiers follow the generals, but this could be.
Look at SPY, and you can look here. You can see the price volume activity looks like shit. You can see when it sells off, it's bigger volume. It's got a nice spike here, whatever. That's nice to see. You see 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and and the overall as it moves up, overall the volume's down. It just looks ugly. It just looks like it wants to pull back, and this is not what the stock market has been doing. It's just what the index has been doing. Large cap tech. But if you look at small caps, it looks the opposite. Because if you see shrinking volume while something's trading sideways, that's what it's saying is it's a period of indecision. It's gearing up to do something. The longer the period of indecision is, meaning light volume while the thing trades sideways, the longer that is, the bigger the move is, when they finally decide what they want to do. And so, in other words, this is kind of like SoundHound. You see SoundHound. So this thing, lighter and lighter volume, but the opposite of in many ways, the opposite of what you saw with the S&P. Yes, when you got the sell-off in April after those, the geopolitical stuff started heating up with Israel and Iran, you got some heavy volume selling. But when you look at the spikes here on the important days, they're green, right? 1, 2, back here, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, and today's going to probably be up here. It's the opposite.